Hey there guys, I'm Mario and I welcome you to my first guitar review here on YouTube. And today I will introduce my new Schecter Kenny Hickey signature. For those of you who don't know who is Kenny, he was the guitarist of the band Type O Negative, which unfortunately doesn't exist anymore. Just let me tell you, from the very beginning, I will tell you a little bit story about the guitar, how I got into it, mention the specs, and at the end I will play a couple of Type O Negative riffs and some stuff from me. Well, I've always been a huge Type O Negative fan, and this was for several reasons, but there was one special point I always loved about this band, and this was their ability to get this great feedback. And I have always wondered how they gonna make this work. Kenny played, before he joined Schecter, he played the Fernandez guitars and the Future, the Sustainer. But on this Schecter guitar we have the Sustainic, which is a little bit, I wouldn't say different, but I really love this guitar. I really love the Sustainiac because it gives you this great harmonic feedback, also on low volumes. Well, let's move on to the specs. We've got a mahogany body, a 3-piece mahogany neck with a rosewood fretboard, 24 frets. You've got your Schecter locking tuners. Excuse me. I like them very much because I think they hold the tuning very well. It's very easy to change strings on the fly. Well, what else? Yeah, typical 3-way toggle switch, volume, tone, kill switch. To be honest, I think it's a cool feature to have, but I didn't really need this, but it's nice to have anyway. Yeah, Seymour Duncan SH4, tone bruce bridge, string through body, and of course the Sustainiac. Right now I've got the Audiorecorder 11 to 56 on the guitar because when I got it, it came with the Ernie Ball not even slinky set, which is 12 to 56, but I didn't really like this gauge too much because of the plain G string. It was very thick, 24, and it felt pretty stiff and unnatural compared to the other strings. I think this is much better. Yeah, I think we'll start with this with a few couples of Type O Negative riffs, and here we go. Very funny, very good guitar, very a lot of sustain, and what I also really like, is, before I got this one, I tried a few other baritone guitars, but I didn't like them too much. For example, the Gibson SG, the new one, the white one. I played the Ibanez, the Mike Maschik model, the PRS SE model from him, but I didn't like them very much because to me they sounded kind of very dark. I wouldn't say muddy, but I think this guitar, for a baritone guitar, it sounds very crisp and clear. I think it has a lot of mid-range, and I think that's important if you play in such low tunings. Well. Now I will play. I'll try to explain the Sustainiac, because I watched a lot of reviews on YouTube, and I think there's nothing wrong with it. But most of the reviews I've seen, people tend to play only single note lines and let it ring sustain. But I think the real fun starts if you play some chords, and I don't mean your typical C or G chord. The really fun begins if you start to play power chords, because it always reacts very different. The feedback, I will show you that. Okay. well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, let's stay tuned for maybe another one. Thanks.